Um, so, tonight I will be ranking down my favorite Star Wars movies from best to worst. And I'm in a match here loading. Sorry about this bit. Okay, so let's begin here. My favorite Star Wars movie, which I can tell lots of people will disagree with me, probably not many, is Empire Strikes Back. I love, and like I said in the title, spoiler warning for anybody who hasn't watched the Star Wars movies. I like the reveal of Darth Vader being Luke's father in The Empire Strikes Back. It's one of the most famous moments of all time, in my opinion. And honestly, I just feel that they could have done more with the Star Wars movies, the newer ones from Disney. I have not a big problem with them. I just feel that they could have did, if they put more time into it, it would have been way better. And in my opinion, I think they just poorly executed it, and they needed to put more time into it. But, yeah, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. Coming in at number 2 is the Return of the Jedi. In my opinion, that is my favorite out of all of it, and that's my second favorite out of all of them. And that one was really good in my opinion. I feel like they did it well. I love the Emperor tempting Luke Skywalker to the dark side of the Force. I feel like that's a good part of it and stuff. But I have no problem with it, really. And if you're watching this, then, like I said, I'm warning you now again that there will be spoilers for the new movies to come. So keep that in mind while doing this video. So now let's continue. My third favorite is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I know lots of people will disagree with me on this placement, but I feel that I like it because it's cooler. It's got a lot more action. It wasn't meant to be perfect, and that I like about it. It wasn't meant to be over dramatic, you know? And I feel that it's way better than the first one, the episode 1, of course. You can all agree on that. Worst character ever. But lots of people will disagree, and honestly, I had no problem with Anakin. But your opinion's your opinion. Don't kill me about it. But let's continue. My second favorite is Attack of the Clones. The big battle in the end was just great. It had a mixture of fighting and attacking and war not many other movies accomplished. And that was the best part about it. And honestly, I think it was just my favorite, and I think it deserved more credit than it got. The romance scene, of course, was a little, let's say, awkward. And Revenge of the Sand should have been the third movie. But, yeah. Coming in at number 4 on my list is The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens was held back by, well, its lack of character finishing arc. You started lots of interesting arcs that it could have continued, like Finn's arc and Kylo's, but it cut him off in The Last Jedi dramatically, and it just opened lots of plot holes, making it very difficult to finish The Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion. And I feel that it was really held back for that reason. I don't really have a problem with all the characters. Rey can be a little show-offy, but she ain't that bad, honestly. Now, the next movie, I think, is The Rise of Skywalker. Now, this is very big spoiler territory if you haven't been to the theaters to see it yet. But, bringing back Palpatine, I don't think was that good of an idea, in my opinion. I feel like they should have kept him hidden a little longer, or they should have actually showed him a little closer and explained how he survived what he survived. I feel like Vader was just kicked to the side and said, "You didn't do anything to help the galaxy. You just postponed the inevitable." But besides that, The Rise of Skywalker was good with the action scenes. Palpatine with his old lightning storm at the end was another show-off moment. Why didn't he just do that to the rebels in A New Hope? But, yeah. I feel that it could have been done a little better there. Another lack of finishing. But, honestly, it wasn't as bad as the next one on this list. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi I did not enjoy that much because it was all over the place. The other two were fine, but the third one was just crazy. There was no actual story to it. The whole Kylo breaking the mask and that whole thing was just out of nowhere. And it was uncalled for, especially by Kylo standards. And I feel that there was just no reason for Vader's mask to be destroyed, or the Anakin's slash Luke slash Rey's lightsaber to be destroyed. I just don't see really a reason for it. But I could give them... But it is not the worst, in my opinion. It could have been a little better, though. The story, it could have been less drawn out and stuff, but, yeah. Now, last movie on this list is what is considered the horrible Phantom Menace. I don't really have a problem with the Phantom Menace itself, except for the whole Qui-Gon and Jar Jar part, as we all hate. Sure we could agree. But I feel like that they sort of wanted a kid's toy, so they rushed it there. Same with the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi and stuff. And Jar Jar was put in to sell kids' toys and make jokes. Now, I ain't that old. I'm coming out about it now. But, I sort of grew up on the prequels, and I never really had a problem with Jar Jar, but now that I'm really old now, and I can now see how awkward Jar Jar makes everything. And they did catch on to it pretty fast, I gotta give them that. That's why he isn't in any of the other movies. But I'm sure we all seen Darth Jar Jar Theory, which I'm sure we all could agree that would have been an awesome reveal if it had happened. I know lots of people would have probably hated George Lucas, but I think it would have been pretty cool. The character we were supposed to be hating and thought was annoyed was actually the key. But, yeah. And now, for the worst movie on the list. Who am I kidding? For the best movie on the list. The original A New Hope. The iconic shot of Darth Vader, which who I'm being in the game right now, was just mind-blowingly awesome. Star Wars has got to be my favorite show / movies ever. And you can tell because I love Star Wars, I know lots of things about it. But seeing Vader walk down the hallway was just the most epic and awesome thing you could see. Hearing his spooky breathing as he slowly walked was just mind-blowing. And honestly, this was the best in my opinion. Without it, Star Wars would never become what it was today. And I think George Lucas should have full control over the sequels. Maybe not full, but most. Because without him, without his mind, Star Wars would have never became what it is today. Without him making the first one. Vader was never meant to be the main character. Until he was made the second main character next to Luke. And with the reveal of Vader being Luke's father, that was the icing on the cake. And then Star Wars was born. So, yeah. Well, at least you get to laugh at them. So scared of us that they were freaking killed themselves. But, yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go through them, rating them. Phantom Menace is a 2 out of 10. Attack of the Clones is a 5 out of 10. Revenge of the Sith, my opinion, these are my opinions, it's an 8 out of 10. A New Hope is 10 out of 10. The Last Jedi, not The Last Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, is a 7 out of 10. Return of the Jedi is a 9 out of 10. Force Awakens is a 7 out of 10. The Last Jedi is a 3 out of 10. And The Rise of Skywalker is a 5 out of 10. But these are just my opinions, so what can I say? Hope everyone has a very, very merry Star Warsy day. Yeah, sorry about saying that. But, yeah. See everyone in the next video. Bye. See ya all later.